Let me open the screen. Here it is. Okay, so let's get started with this new project. The old project has been finished. I'll publish it in tomorrow, or maybe the day after tomorrow, I don't know. But let's see this one. Let's see. So what do we need in here? Um, I'll just write this later on. It's not our thing for now. So firstly, let's create the schemas. We need the schemas to, yeah, to fetch the data, right? Okay. Wait. So, okay. I'm wondering, what should I put it here? So let's say, the reason why we need the junk metadata is that we want to filter and target the lookups for the rec agent. So this enables the direct database queries without running the expensive vector math. So like instead of having to calculate the similarity and working out a distance between the objects in the database, we can just use a model to work out and queries the database. That's much faster. And the routing could be deterministic. So in other words, like this, wait, am I live? Oh, okay, I'm live. So this ensures the like catalog page, which is injected at rank 1 when a student asks about a specific course code or the CRN. CRN is a course code, registration number. So for the LLM, if the data has a good structure like this, it is easier for the LLM model to extract the exact source URLs, course codes, and so on. So for the fields, it's just like pieces of information inside, whether we have it or not. So yeah, basically it's just like fields for the information so that RAG model can query it better and return better data at the end. So let me write it inside here. The reason we have the fields and reason why we need the junk metadata. Okay, so in a folder achievement. Okay, I see. I'm making some adjustment to the plan for this project because apparently the plan doesn't seem very well tailored. So the reason why I put the purpose here is that, sorry, the description here is that when my friend implements the front end from the back end, sorry, the front end from the backend nodes on Fast API, he could at least know what's going on with the data because he's interested as well. And later on, when I like come back and I read it, I can still understand what is this for. Like, what is the code for? Code is basically for the subject code, the course code. Titles is for something, and source type is for something else. So these are important. Like the description are important so that we don't get off the rail later on. So let's go on. Hmm. Okay, so let me see. That's it. Only the source type is required. This is required, and all the other things are not required. So I understand. Sorry. I understand. I kind of agree that this way of tailoring the database could make it much easier for later because we always need a source of data for the students to verify the information is correct or not. So having a correct source of information is very, very necessary for validation. So I'm gonna keep it here. The title would be okay. Next we have units, number of units, optional. Um, should be float. It could be 3.5 though. So float. The description should be course, prerequisite, text. Next we have CRN, the course registration number. So here we have this equals um quota optional academic quota. Finally, we have extra dictionary string any, and we have field default factory equals dictionary. Okay, so the purpose of the class junk is basically we have the limited token for LLM can use. So it can basically not feed every single thing into it because there's a chance that the input data may like overload the amount of token allowed by the LLM and it just like take everything we have. So we want to limit the text size and we want to increase the accuracy of the output data, output quality. So small text snippets clearly have better semantic meaning for vector embeddings rather than huge chunk of data. So chunk is basically for chunking the data into smaller texts instead of like huge paragraphs. So it helps with so many things from searching, from embeddings to like eventually increasing the quality of the rack. Retrieve augmented graph. Okay, so we need chunk, splits to stores the input data being split into chunks. Okay, similarly we have source type. So what should be the purpose of the search result then? I wonder. I believe that when you search for something, you don't want to just receive a huge chunk of information and don't know what to do with it, isn't it? So the purpose of search result is that it unifies the results from the vector search, keyword search, and so many other types of searching. So at the end of the day, by having this search result, we can have so many other things like putting score into it to, calculate how relevant it is to the query from the user. Secondly, it can extract only what the LLM needs. So by having a good structure for the result, it can actually optimizes the process of, searching for data. Okay, is to standardize the search output and calculate relevance score and optimize searching by extracting only what the LM needs. Okay. So what is chat message? It's just like mm, facilitate the chatting task for the LM. So for the chat request, the purpose of this is to be honest, I believe that the purpose of this is to, like, I want to have this in order to validate whether the user is inputting the correct data or not. So validates incoming user data. So we use Fast API for interacting with the backend with the frontend, isn't it? So we need Fast API to use this to check the request body from the front end. So we have the front end information. We have to feed it into this chat request in this um, format because, well, firstly, we need a message from the user, the chat request. Secondly, we need a history of the chat. So we don't want to simply, like for example, one chat couldn't be that only. It must have a scenario behind it, and that's important for the chat to work perfectly. So basically, this would just be, um, I'll just say it, facilitate intaking information from users. So we have the role of it, sorry, we have the message of it. And secondly, we have the history of the jet. So what should we implement next? Finally, I think feedback request. So, how should I explain this? So you have the query text, we have the answer text, we have the rating, and we have the model used. So basically, feedback request is simply because it's a feedback loop, isn't it? So in order to improve the model from the user, sorry, from like over time. For example, if user asks the first piece of information and the answer data is incorrect, how could we tailor the AI so that the next time answering, the answer is more relevant, the answer answers the request better. So that's what a feedback request does. We have the query text, we have the answer text, and we rate how relevant it is using vector embeddings and calculating the cosine similarity. And finally, it returns the result, which is the feedback request. This is what it does. Okay. Estimate the relevance of the answers to the request. Just say query text and answer text. We have rating. Finally, we have model used. So 1 for up and 0 for down. Actually, okay, this is important. Active learning to improve models performance over time. So I want to check if this works well or not. So how could I check this though? Okay, I'll just create a test schemas.py. So from core schemas, import junk metadata, junk. We have title, intro to C++, and sorry, junk. Course. We have HTTPS, maybe DeAnza.edu. 22a, and we have title. Junk text equals intro to programming in C++. Wait, what? Code is correct to believe, and this is correct to believe as well. So it's wrong for some reasons. Let me see. No module named core. I see. I see what's the problem. So, um, wait, what? Init? Hmm. Something wrong right here. I don't know why it says that no module named core. I literally named it core, so that's weird, I believe. We have core right here, and we have core right here. So what's wrong? What's the problem? I don't see any problem right here. Mm-hmm. Okay, so now I am pretty confused. What is wrong? Oh, I think I just figured out what I did wrong. Hmm. Is it right? I wonder. We went to the old problem, which is no module named core. Hmm. I don't think this will fix the problem. I'll just try it. Python pytest test schemas.py v verbose. Yep, doesn't fix the problem. So let me see. Clearly it says that no module named core inside here, but the reason why it doesn't say. Hmm, interesting. So we can see the core is right here, isn't it? And the core has init.py inside, isn't it? Nope. Wait, what? Schemas init. Yeah, it's inside here. So I cannot think of any reason why it doesn't work. Um, okay, I think I need to find some help. I wonder, what's the reason? Yep, no idea. No idea, no idea. Let me try opening it on a different file. Let me see if it works. Duh. Duh. Maybe I create a... What should I do? Okay. I have no idea why we have this problem, to be honest. We just in like 15 minutes and we ran into a bug that is so weird. I really, really don't understand what's going on. Without the root folder, core schemas. Oh, I see. I see, I see, I see, I see. Okay, I think I figured out how to fix this problem. Um, okay. Does not contain. Wait, what? Oh, yeah. No module named core. Still the same problem. No idea. I'm really confused. Maybe I just set it like this. This doesn't work as well. Wait. I think yeah. Okay, that's a weird way of doing that. So we have Pydantic schemas 4. Now we have different problem, isn't it? No, actually, yeah, we do. We do have different problem. We don't have the core problem anymore. So let's see. Search result. Huh? I don't understand what's going on. So we have search result. Search result. Okay. Core schemas. Import chunk metadata. Class search results. Here it is. So what's wrong with this thing? Huh? I am seeing a problem with the search result. We have ID, integer, we have text, string, we have dictionary. Oh yeah, I see the problem now. No test ran in 0.17 seconds. Kidding me? What? Oh, yep, perfect. Everything works now. Okay, let's go on. Keep going on. What should we do next? So now I want to implement a database, isn't it? We're going to use PostgreSQL database. Let me create a new one. So we have core. Let me just create db.py. Yep. We're going to have inputs and outputs, a purpose. Okay, so purpose. Manage PostgreSQL connection pooling. Create vector tables. Chain indexes for fast full text search and crawl cache table for hash tracking. We want a hash the data so that later on you can just cache it out instead of searching again, which speeds up the process a lot. So for the inputs and outputs, get DB. This will be the context manager that checks out and returns connection to the pool. Next we have init database, which basically initializes the database, so sets up the database extensions, tables, and indexes. Oh, wait, let me turn on Mouse Master first. Did I run 2 Mouse Masters at a time? No, I didn't. Okay, perfect. Wait, turn Mouse Master actually leads to a problem that I didn't think of before. Okay, so I'll just turn off Mouse Master, yeah. Okay. Okay. So we'll have to do file input output, so OS. Secondly, we'll need to use context manager to deal with the database. So from context lib import context manager. Thirdly, we're going to have to use scikopg to have the pool for the PostgreSQL. So import scikopg2. Okay, so yeah, environment as well. From dot import load dot environment. So in case we cannot find, sorry, the environment is empty, we'll just like set this as the default. DeAnza at 127.0.0.0.1 5432 DeAnza. That's in case we cannot have the value of the key database URL in our environment though. If we do have, then we don't need that. For the schema, let's see. Create extension if not exist vector. This is the syntax for schemas, isn't it? Okay, so next we have to create a table. Table if not exist chunks. Did I type anything wrong? Table if not exists chunk, if not exists vector. That's correct. We have ID. Oh, seriously, I don't know how to type this. I'm confused. Okay. So never mind. You know what? I'll tell ChatGPT to generate all these things for me. I'm too lazy for this. Okay. Here we go. Perfect. Okay, there we go. And after using the database, we want to close it. So, sorry, not close it. Initialize the pool, not close it, sorry. Did I do something wrong? I am pretty confident that I did something wrong right there. I want to check up again. Did I do something wrong here? Because I have a gut feeling that I did something really, really wrong. Okay, maybe it's yet to come, but okay, never mind. Wait, what was it again? Where was it imported from? Confused. Pretty confused for now. Is it extras? I'm not so sure. Oh yeah, here it is. Perfect. Now we have the pool. Next we need to use context manager. Close database. So that's how we initialize our database and some helper function. So pgvector, what is pgvector? So PostgreSQL is an extension for storing and searching the vector embeddings. So if we let Postgres to calculate the vector distance, the cosine similarity is a vector distance, by the way. So if we let Postgres to calculate the cosine similarity directly inside the database using SQL, then we'll have a very, very fast speed instead of just like manual search. So we don't need for a separate vector database like Pinecone or Milvus. Instead, we can just use pgvector in Postgre to search for vector databases, vector embeddings. That is really, really fast. The second thing is the GIN index. GIN is short for generalized inverted index. So this is a high-speed index that is designed for searching the text specifically in PostgreSQL. The way it works is that you use index at the back of textbook, so it maps every single word into the exact rows where it appears. So that's really, really fast, like O1. So that's the reason why we need the generated inverted index, and the I think I remember it uses a TS vector for text search. So it drops the carry time to around I don't know exactly, but very, very fast, like milliseconds, around 2 to 60 or 40 milliseconds. So instead of having to scan row by row, which is incredibly slow for a huge chunk of text loaded from the website, or using vector database like Milvus or Pinecone, you can just embedding it to vectors and store it and search it using GAN index. And then finally, what is crawl cache or cache? I know. So curl cache is like a small database where you store the SHA-256 hash code from the vector, from the texts. The way it works is like we have the source type, we have the doc ID, we have the content that has been hashed. So on the next quarter, it refreshes, it just compares a new scrapes hash with the old scrape hash, and it loads which one that is different instead of doing everything new again. So it saves a lot of time, and secondly, it ensures that the data that hasn't been changed doesn't need to be deleted and reloaded, which saves a lot of computational resources. So yeah, that's the idea of having gin, pgvector, and crawl cache. Crawl cache, that's weird word. For context manager, the reason why we need the ant context manager, let me see. To be honest, I don't really remember what is the purpose of having context manager. Not really remember, but like don't really understand why we need it. I just know briefly and kind of understand that it allow you to clean the code. So, for example, when you have a database and it returns a connection back into the connection pool using the putCon, everything in the code will just crashes or throws on exceptions. So we prevent the connection leaks with the context manager. Basically, it's just like the way C++ handle the, sorry, not C++, like Python handle the pointers. So right at the moment when you run out of use, it'll just get uh, demolished right away rather than keeping around, lurking around in a database, which is pretty dangerous because like it can be leaked. So yeah, I think that's it for the database of PostgreSQL for mapping the text and storing vector databases and vector embeddings. Yeah, we should move on to the next thing. Oh yeah, I need to verify it as well. Save it. Oh, there's something wrong. Okay, I think there's something wrong, really wrong. Get DBS con. So we have this line that is wrong, and the other lines are irrelevant. If this line is wrong as well. Oh, oh man. Cannot translate a host name to the address, name or service not known. Plenty of bugs. Let's see. So let's go from head to tails. This is pretty tedious, to be honest. Tedious task. We have database URL, PostgreSQL 2/DeAnza. See my points. 127.001. Oh, it's 2.0 only. This is 3.0. 5432 DeAnza. I will not touch these SQL code because like I'm not good at it. I'm not good enough for checking that. Wait a minute. Did I just do something really stupid? I really think that I did. Yeah. So we have the global pool, we have the pool, we have the known, we have pool closed. My biggest concern is this part where it says that we cannot have this anymore. So I'm wondering whether that is the reason why this runs into this problem or not, but let's keep going on and see if it works. Pick on, auto commit, true, cursor. Yep, let's see if it works. I don't think it will work, but let's try it. Yeah, that doesn't work. Connection to server failed. Oh my gosh. You know what? I'll ask GPT to solve this problem. This is so annoying, so tedious. I'm not gonna suffering this. Yep. See if it fixes it or not. I think this like method just ran out of use, so no one used it before, so no one use it anymore. Oh, oh, wait, I don't have Docker, isn't it? Did I? Yeah, I didn't. Okay, okay. This is so tedious. Hmm. Let me open Docker first. I'm wondering why. Always these things that are so tedious. Let's say, it's unloading the engine. Okay, not working. Docker desktops in window. Your code uses vector expected credentials. 5432. PostgreSQL with vector containers. And a single command in PowerShell. Wait. I'm stupid. Postgres user equals DeAnza. Postgres password equals DeAnza. Yep, it's running. Yes, it works now. Perfect. Happy. I'm happy now. Okay, so that works. And next we need to create the HTTP client. Uh-huh. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, so we're going to have like firstly a client for scrapers to keep trying back off on rate limits. Secondly, we need the terms and scrapers in order to discover the active academic year and quota from the DeAnza API. So we shouldn't hard code the years, but like find it from the website, which is more important. So firstly, let's implement the client, like the main machine to scrape. Scrapers, clients.py. So we'll need request. Wait, I didn't install that before? Did I? Long time didn't use this thing. I have oh yeah. Yep. What is wrong? Adapters. Okay. This is to retry. We have the agent. Let's call it DeAnza. Harmless student. Sounds stupid. 1.0. Education. Assistant. Contact. Student admin. DeAnza.edu. These errors could be resolved if we retry a few times more, so we're going to put them into a list right here. Okay. Yep, it passed. Oh man. Wait, what? Wait. Something's really off. Oh, no. Fine. Hmm. Okay, good job. So FC gets ID, these things. Anything else? I think that's it. Okay, I think that's it. Yep. Okay, temporarily, I think that's good enough. Is it A, that's it? I think that's it. Okay. Something went wrong. Something really, really went wrong. Let me see. Gonna drink some water. So thirsty. Wait, there's something weird. Is it fall 2026, 2027, or 2025, 2026? I Let me check on DeAnza first. What do I call it? DeAnza. It's actually fall 2027 and then winter 2020. Sorry, fall 2026 and winter 2027. We did it wrong right here. So, gosh, how should I change it? Oh gosh. So November is first day of winter quarter. So winter is 1, 2, 3. Actually, no. Actually, no. Yeah, actually, no. First day of winter, yeah. First day of winter is January. Is January. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So, what should I do though? Actually, every year is like that year and before. So like in winter, it automatically become okay. So I don't need to. Yeah, you don't need to do that. Just this is enough. Why is it wrong though? Let me see. What is the source of it? DeAnza Illum Inep. DeAnza catalog. 2024, 2025? Wait, what? Wait. Oh my god. Wait. We don't have 2025, 2026. Gosh. We do. We do have 5 and 6. We have courses. Okay, I think I'm gonna off the live stream here and I'm gonna debug this for a while and I will continue tomorrow. There's something wrong